Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for August the 8th, 2024. We're going to look at a broad scope here radar before we get into more details here regarding tropical weather and National Weather Service hazards. Right now we're looking at the National Weather Service radar here of all the 50 states. You can see Tropical Depression Debby now bringing heavy rains to western North Carolina, the Shenandoah Valley, and eastern Virginia and the Delmarva Peninsula here. It will continue to make its way north and northeast eventually here, clearing out by the weekend here. Out west we have those scattered monsoonal showers continuing from Denver, Colorado Springs, down through the Raton Pass in New Mexico, and the Four Corners region here in Moab, Utah, down to the basin in St. George, bringing some showers down in the Flagstaff, as well as east of the Phoenix, Arizona metro area and Tucson metro areas now, respectively. That's all we have in terms of precipitation going on right now. No snowfall as of yet. Some precipitation north of the Canadian border in Ontario province here as we go. Now, as we go with the tropical storm, Tropical Depression Debby, we are going to be looking at some hazardous conditions that could be possible, especially tomorrow, as that severe thunderstorm has been giving a 2 out of 5 a slight risk in there. That includes cities like Newport News, Hampton Roads, Richmond, Petersburg, down through Emporia, Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, the Outer Banks, and also Kinston, North Carolina, and back up through D.C., Washington, D.C. area, and to the west, suburbs to the west of Maryland there, coming out of Rockville and Germantown through Frederick, Maryland. This is all because of the remnants of Debby. What's left of Debby is going to be making its way approach into the area Friday and into Friday night. And then once that happens, it'll clear out quickly Saturday, and it'll be fully cleared out by then. It'll be a beautiful weekend. Tornado threat is also low, but there is a chance that tornadoes could be brief spin-ups of these outside feeder bands, or what's left of Debby could spin up a quick tornado in that area as well. The same area is highlighted there. So be careful, be weather-wise in the Mid-Atlantic. Now, as we continue to see this heat warnings in orange and in pink, purple, I should say, and heat advisories in orange here, down here, and then excessive heat warnings in the Panhandle here. So if you come along I-10, leaving Pensacola, Fort Walton Beach, Panama City Beach toward Tallahassee area, and down through Perry area, some of the areas that were initially affected by Debby, it's going to be excessive heat and humidity. So drink a lot of water, wear light clothing, and try to be indoors as much as possible. Most of the state of Florida, South Georgia are in the orange heat advisories, and this includes all the way back toward I-10. So you got Mobile, Biloxi, Orange Beach, Hattiesburg, Gulfport, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lake Charles, Beaumont, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, all the I-35 and I-45 corridors in Texas are going to be experiencing that heat. And just to the west of there, Midland, Odessa, Plains as well on 20 coming across there. Be very careful. Heat advisories are in effect. Outside of that, we have the initial warnings that I told you about, flood watches associated with the remnants of Debby affecting the Shenandoah Valley up into Pennsylvania, Allegheny country, and into the Tokyo Plateau and Adirondacks of New York and Green and White Mountains of Vermont and New Hampshire, respectively. So, and then out west, we do have heat continuing in the Cascade region. So Seattle, Tacoma, Kitsap, Evergreen, Bellingham, you guys are under a heat advisory too. So I know you guys don't have AC as much as we do, so you definitely want to keep track of that. Now here's Debby. Once again, we have that area there moving faster northwest at 10 miles an hour, and pressure is up to 998 millibars. So it'll probably end up being a depression for tonight, and then tomorrow morning they're going to downgrade it even further to just a remnant low, basically what's left of Debby tomorrow. And we also have this area out here. This could be our next hurricane or our next tropical storm out here. A very strong tropical wave just leaving the Cape Verde Islands off of Africa, given a 40% chance through 7 days of development. But the conditions are very conducive for a tropical depression to form early next week, and it could begin to go into a tropical storm and very quickly out here as the waters are still warm and there'll be less wind shear that's going to be affected by this system out here. So there's something to keep in mind out here, and I'll show you the satellite view here of the system here, and you can see right now it looks very healthy. Clouds are around it, and the convection continues to make its impact. Caribbean basin is quiet, Gulf of Mexico is quiet, and also the Eastern Pacific. We continue to have those storms out there. Amelia, the Fujiwara effect, has absorbed the other storm. Still just a fish storm for the mariners, not going to affect land, but 40-mile-an-hour winds on it. Pressure's up to 1,002 millibars. It's going to dissipate in a couple of days. And there's an area here, but this is going to be only given a 30% chance of development. This is Weather Guru Podcast for Thursday, August 8, 2024. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you for listening.